On this video, I would like to continue doing what I've been doing in the book of Hebrews, and that is continuing to look at the text, parsing the forms as we come to them, doing grammatical analysis and commentary. We have looked at chapter 1, where the writer is setting forth Christ by using a number of Old Testament quotes, showing how that he is the Son, where they worship him when he comes into the world. Secondly, they are simply created beings like the wind, like lightning, but he is God eternal. And then thirdly, he didn't say to the angel, "Sit at my right hand till I make your enemies the footstool of your feet." They're simply ministering spirits sent forth to minister to those that are heirs of salvation. There was then the first warning section saying, if when the law was given and it was disobeyed, you received a just recompense of judgment, how much more so if you neglect the Son that has now been set forth, and eyewitnesses having borne witness to him, along with signs and wonders and so forth. So now we continue in chapter 2, verse 5 and following. Verse 5 reads, Ugar angelois hupetaxin tain oikumenein tain melansan periches la lumen. For not to angels did he subject the earth about to be inhabited, concerning which we are speaking. Hupetaxin is from hupatasso. It is the aorist indicative active third person singular, meaning to subject. And tain melusan is from melo, to be about. It is the present active participle accusative feminine singular from melo, concerning which we are speaking. La lumen is from la leo, the present indicative active, first person plural. And then the text continues, diamarturata deputis legon. For a certain one has testified, saying, from diamarturamai, here we have the aorist middle indicative third person singular from diamarturamai. Notice as we go on, saying, and then there's a quote from the Psalm 8, and notice it reads, Ti esten anthropos, hate memneske autu. What is man that you remember him? Memnesko is the root. Here we have the present middle indicative second person singular from memnesko, or the Son of Man that you visit him. Episkepte, excuse me, please. Episkepte, again, is your present indicative middle second person singular from episkepto. So what is man that you remember him, or the Son of Man? Notice the parallelism here, that you visit him. You made him a little lower than the angels. Elatosas autan, brachu te par angelus. Notice here, elatosas, you made him a little lower than the angels. Elatosas is from alatao, to be made a little lower, aorist indicative active second person singular. So you've made him a little lower than the angels, and you've crowned him with glory and honor. Notice doxe kai teme estephanosas auton. Estephanosas is from stephanao, to crown. It is the aorist indicative active second person singular. You crown him with glory and honor. Panta hupetaxas hupakato ton padon autu. You placed all things under his feet. Hupetaxas is from hupatasso. It's the aorist indicative active second person singular from hupatasso. So you placed all things under his feet. And then he continues, ento God hupataxai, for in placing all things. Notice hupataxai is your aorist active infinitive from hupatasso. So for in, literally to place to him all things. So we would translate it in placing all things to him. He left nothing that is non-subjective. Ude afekin auto anupataktan. Notice afekin is the aorist indicative active third person singular from afeimi. He left nothing unsubjected, but now nun de upo harumen auto tapanta hupatetagmena. But now we do not see all things having been subjected to him. Notice hupatetagmena is from hupatasso. It's the perfect passive participle, the accusative feminine, accusative neuter plural from hupatasso. So in subjecting, making him a little lower than the angels, Christ in his humanity, now we see not yet all things having been subjected to him. But now, and that's referring to man, probably, but we see Jesus in contrast to mankind. Tan debrahu te par angelus, elatomenon lepamen Yesun diata pathema tu thanatu doxe kai teme estephanomenon hapos karate theu huperpantas eusetai thanatu. But we see him having been made a little lower. We see Jesus having been made a little lower than the angels. Elatomenon is your perfect passive participle, accusative masculine singular from alatao. Having been made a little lower than the angels, we are seeing Jesus on account of the suffering of death, because we see him in his incarnation on account of the suffering of death, having been crowned with glory and honor. Estephanomenon is the perfect passive participle, accusative singular from Stephanao, having been crowned with glory and honor, that hapos karati theu, that by the grace of God, on behalf of all, huperpantas giusetai thanatu, he might taste death. Gusetai is from guo. It is the aorist subjunctive from guo, that he might taste death. You think of luso, luce, the subjunctive using luo, lucetai, that he might taste death. I'm going to take this as an aorist subjunctive middle, third person singular from guo. So he's been made a little lower than the angels, that he might be able to taste death in his death, something that angels did not do. And so we're looking at Jesus and what he has accomplished, that he is greater than angels in what he has accomplished, something that angels could not accomplish, and that he tasted death on our behalf. And by the way, gusetai is an aorist middle subjunctive, third person singular, to taste, from guamai or guamai. So I'm going to stop there. We're trying to keep these fairly short at Christ in what he has accomplished, and then doing some parsing, grammatical analysis as we're going through, or seeking to keep it fresh in my mind.